The news that concerns you.
This is Dream 92.5 News.
Hello and welcome to the news at noon on 92.5 Enugu's Dream FM. My name is Ezine Aningwe.
And my name is Alex Obodo. Good afternoon.
We begin our stories from here in Enugu, where the Commissioner for Information, Nanyalugo Chidiaro, has announced a 13-hour curfew put in place by the state government, effective from Sunday 25th October 2020 till further notice. Aro, who made the announcement at the weekend, also noted that the 24-hour curfew announced on the 21st of October has been lifted with effect from 7 p.m. on Sunday. He further explained that the 13-hour curfew in place starts from 6 p.m. to 7 a.m. daily. Persons involved in essential duties such as healthcare workers, Enugu Electricity Distribution Company staff, media, etc. are exempted to carry out their duties, while police has been directed to enforce the curfew.
Following the recent civil disturbances caused by hoodlums who hijacked the NSAS protest in Enugu, youth in the metropolis took up the task of cleaning the metropolis of the debris left behind. The leader of the team, Honorable Chima Obieze, spoke on the reason for the cleanup exercise.
Some criminal elements came and hijacked the NSAS protest in Enugu. They began to maim, they began to loot, they began to destroy both government, public and private properties. There were so much that they did within this time, and then it became incumbent on people like me and other well-meaning youth of Enugu to say no, this was not what we intended when we started this protest.
On his part, Comrade Monde Diamond, a youth leader, explained the need and why the youth decided to come out to clean up the city.
Enugu is our own. After the littered places, the destroyed places, especially the bus stops and some ATM centers by some hoodlums who were perceived to come from outside the Enugu. The youth of Enugu State, the real youth of Enugu State who are progressive minded, decided to go to the streets to clean up the places. Some honorable members who are also youth led the struggle. So people like us joined.
The youths went round Enugu lifting upturned bus stop shelters, clearing blocked portions of the road from Akbara Square through Ogui Road, Abuani Road and Kenyatta, among other locations. Among the personalities who joined in the cleanup were Honorable Chinedu Nwamba, Honorable Benakono, Honorable Obuka, some commissioners, and some media and entertainment personalities like MC Fogod and Lyrics Moemeke of Dream FM.
Analysts have called on the government to redesign their strategy with regards to citizens' engagement. Speaking earlier today on Dream FM's flagship program, Political Voices, Public Relations Officer Alibo Development Foundation, Chief Abionike, said this period has presented a good opportunity for change.
The development has created a new vistas of opportunities for everybody to learn his lessons. The politicians must have learned their lessons. The youth must have learned their lessons. What happened must be squarely blamed on the doorsteps of the Nigerian political leaders and also on the doorsteps of the youths. Because whatever has been the situation on the need for a new constitution for Nigeria, a new people's constitution, we have the opportunity now.
Public Affairs Analyst Dr. Dele Ugwanye called on the President to put machinery in motion to solve the nation's problems.
The presidency, headed by President Muhammadu Buhari, should set up a very high-powered committee to look at the police reform and recommend within the next 3 months the best police that Nigerian people deserve, that will meet international standards. This is where they got it wrong. This one, because announcing the formation of SWAT actually made people to become angrier.
Versatile pundit and public affairs analyst Dr. Desnaja called on the government to ensure that whatever is meant for the people gets to them.
It is happening now because of the boldness established by the initial process of questioning the authenticity of the activities of SARS and some other brutality-minded individuals, both in the polity and in the police force. during the COVID-19 era, people were still expecting that things will come to them. And now that the lockdowns have been relaxed in many states, it is expected that the palliatives would have been shared to people.
Callers and political voices called on the government to be more people-friendly and open to avoid a repeat of the protest and violent acts.
The principal of Queen's School, Enugu, Adanweke, has denied reports that COVID-19 palliatives earlier stocked in the school's premises are still there. Nweke made this known in a statement released to Dream FM at the weekend and explained that the items had been distributed by the Enugu State Government Committee on Palliatives to the less privileged and vulnerable groups in the state in August this year. Nweke, who led newsmen to inspect the school, noted that the female students have been traumatized following threats by hoodlums to invade the school. She further called on the security agencies in the country to come to their rescue.
The Inspector General of Police IGP, Mohammed Adamu, has ordered the immediate mobilization of all police operational assets and resources as part of efforts to end the violence, killings, looting and destruction of public and private property. Adamu gave the order to all Assistant Inspectors General of Police, AIGs, Commissioners of Police, CPs, heads of police operational units, squadron and base commanders in charge of zonal, state, FCT commands, the Police Mobile Force, Counter-Terrorism Unit and the Special Protection Unit at the weekend. Commissioners of police and heads of police formations have also been charged to mobilize their men to ensure peace and safety in the affected areas and reclaim the public space from criminals masquerading as protesters in some parts of the country. The IGP further advised law-abiding citizens not to panic but to join forces with the police and other members of the law enforcement community to protect their communities from the criminal elements.
President Muhammadu Buhari has directed members of his cabinet to relocate to their home states so as to reduce the tension caused by the NSAS protests and the destruction of properties by hoodlums who hijacked the protest. The directive was given at the last Federal Executive Council meeting, FEC. The meeting that was presided over by President Muhammadu Buhari at the Council Chamber Presidential Villa, Abuja. Ministers were asked to solicit the support of political, traditional, religious and community leaders against the violence caused by NSAS protests. President Buhari has also asked other political leaders in the states to properly address Nigerians on the need to dispel rumors that may cause disunity among Nigerians and throw the nation into crisis.
You're listening to Dream FM News at noon. More to come. Business, stories from the foreign scene, entertainment and sports. Stay with us.
Our correspondent, Belly Dam, was at the market to find out the current price of Obono and the challenges associated with the sales of the farm produce.
Before, a cup of Obono was 500 naira. It's now 800 naira. Before I used to buy a bag that's something thousand. Now a bag that contains 17 painters is now 68,000. Obono is very expensive, and even before you even see it now, you will suffer before you will see it.
The Obono I bought a few months ago. I bought it a penta, 7,000 naira. And this one I bought last 2 weeks was 9,000 naira. The penta. Go to where they will get those things. It's costly. The car, there are no car to take them in. They need to bring it out. People are lamenting.
Still in business, Enugu Electricity Distribution PLC, EEDC, has announced plans to migrate customers so as to ensure that they enjoy improved and better services. In a statement released to Dream FM on Sunday, the head of corporate communications, EEDC, Emeka Eze, explained that the customers served by the affected feeders will begin to enjoy guaranteed daily supply above 13 hours from November this year. According to Eze, the migration exercise will affect customers served by 40 feeders spread across Abia, Anambra, Enugu and Imo State, with Abia and Imo State accounting for 72.5%. With this development, customers are expected to support EEDC by promptly paying their bills to enable the company sustain this standard and make more investment in its network, translating to improved service delivery. Recall that EEDC has been investing heavily in its network with the view to upgrading and strengthening it to deliver better services to its customers, and efforts are on to migrate more customers across the network to enjoy improved services.
And on the foreign scene, Pope Francis has named the Archbishop of Kigali, Antoine Kambanda, as one of the 13 new cardinals announced on Sunday. Kambanda is now the first Rwandan and only African to be elevated to the level of cardinal after being named the bishop in 2013 and the Archbishop of Kigali in 2018. The cardinals will be installed in a ceremony at the Vatican on November 28. Archbishop Kambanda studied in schools in Burundi, Uganda and Kenya before returning to Rwanda to study theology.
Still on the foreign scene in Belarus, an opposition leader, Svetlana Tikhanovskaya, has called for a nationwide strike today following police brutality and protesters marching against the president, Alexander Lukashenko. There have been protests in Belarus after the election in August that saw Lukashenko claim victory, although there are allegations that it was rigged. About 100,000 people joined the demonstration in the capital and more than 200 people were detained on Sunday. Earlier on the 13th of October, Tikhanovskaya, who has been in exile since August, issued an ultimatum to Lukashenko and asked him to resign or face a mass protest by workers. She made 3 demands from Lithuania, which were addressed to Lukashenko, who has ruled Belarus for 26 years.
And in entertainment, popular reality TV show Big Brother Niger star Mike Edwards has revealed that he lost his brother to poor health care in Nigeria. This came on the heels of citizens protesting against bad governance in the country. The star shared this on his social media page, saying when he was a child, his older brother, who suffered from sickle cell anemia, had died at the age of 10 because of the poor healthcare system in Nigeria.
Still in entertainment, popular Nigerian singer Davido has spoken out against the thugs destroying property belonging to the government and private individuals. The reaction came after the unrest that hit the nation in the past week after the NSAS protest was hijacked by thugs. The singer took to Twitter page yesterday to express his anger over their actions and said their actions are disrespectful to those who lost their lives during the peaceful protest. Still in the news, now to the entertainment desk, or now to the sports desk, where our correspondent Osandungude is standing by.
Your up-to-date sports authority. 92.5 Dream FM.
Dream FM.
Sports.
Thank you so kindly. Welcome to Dream Sports Center. The Ministry of Youth and Sports Development has disclosed that the 2020 Edo National Sports Festival suspended by the federal government due to the COVID-19 pandemic may still hold this year as a staggered event after the lifting of ban on contact sports last week by the Presidential Task Force on COVID-19. Speaking to newsmen, the special advisor on media to the Sports Minister, John Joshua Kanji, noted that the ministry was currently discussing with relevant agencies on planned modalities that would make the event hold this year. He said that the ministry was also working harder to get the nod for the event to hold and also put in mind precautionary measures to protect participating athletes in the event. And finally, the Nigerian Football Federation has finally picked Benin City as host city for next month 2021 African Cup of Nations AFCON qualifiers against Sierra Leone. The federation, which earlier said it was looking at either Benin City or Asaba for the duel, at the weekend confirmed that it will hold at the newly refurbished Samuel Ogbamudia Stadium in Benin City. The match will be the first big event at Samuel Ogbamudia Stadium, which was refurbished for the Edo 2020 National Sports Festival. The stadium is the first to acquire video assistant referee that is known as a VAR gadget and a facility bought by the Edo State government ahead of the 2020 National Sports Festival. And that's the side of the sports news for now. The name is Osandungu. Good afternoon.
Thank you very much, Osando. And that's the news at noon on 92.5 Enugu's Dream FM. Stay safe and stay out of trouble. Also join our news desk every weekday at 6 a.m., 10 a.m., 12 noon, 6 p.m., and for weekends, 12 noon. Thank you for listening. My name is Alex Obodo.
And my name is Hazy Naningwe. Good afternoon.